Alrighty, hello there, folks. So, there may be a chunk missing. In case it is missing, I actually haven't gone and checked to see if it made a separate video yet. There was just basically some connection lost at the end of last time, so hopefully we're not missing a chunk, but whatever. In case we are, here's basically what you missed. We went into one base, didn't exactly work out. We went into another fortress here, basically then entered and exited the place like 15 times, and then we got to this one, so we got another sort of decent spawn. More along the lines of, oh my god, they have friggin' dudes everywhere. But, yeah, and a tank and one of these friggin' force field a-holes blocking this thing, but, got two of those right there. Hopefully that's gonna be enough, and let's find out. Okay, that guy transformed, that guy walked away, so, okay, that guy's dead. Just in case, by the way, the shield guy that's currently on the top, he has another one with a 2-turn timer on it, so he should just be able to, like, run in there and, you know, do whatever with it. Okay, that guy might survive. I'm hoping one of the other two survives, nobody panics, then they open the door and then chuck that thing in there if these first two don't do the job. So we'll see how that goes. Or not, you know, that works too. I should probably set it to not have 2 turns then, with his few remaining points. Might be a little bit of an idea, just a little bit of thought. Who knows? Who knows? Oof. Okay, yeah, there we go. It's done. Done deal, they got out. Or at least the car hopefully got out. Them dudes are all dead or panicked, so... whatever, this guy's gonna run up. Because I'm gonna go Just gonna go ahead and introduce this guy to the business end of this fancy little brick thing. Hopefully we won't see that. Come on, just get to here. Excellent. Okay. And that is another one destroyed. So, didn't exactly go too great. Somehow that counts as 3 out of 3. Don't ask me how that works, but whatever. Okay, so now we're down to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hang on. But we also got... sorry, braining is difficult. They had 12. They are now down to 11. They had gotten Antarctica and Australia last time, as well as taken over one of ours. So, technically, that's 5 gone now? Something like that? I don't know. Something along those lines. I'll find out. Anyway, time to get more rookies on the pile. More rookies for the pyre. There we go. One of these ones. Get these guys because they're all zoom-like. These ones are partially decent. This one's fast. These ones are not chickens. Yeah, we need a lot more dudes. It's kind of a thing. Definitely can't say it's free. Like, considering the equipment we're bringing into this is free. Yeah, it's definitely not free by any means, because we just spent like another 100 grand on people. So that's gonna go back. Hopefully that's nothing to worry about. Alright. Get a new pile of rookies put in there. Alright, we've only got a partial team. I think I should probably send those to do the bases. Because at least... actually, funnily enough, the bases don't have any chance of coming out with any, coming out scot-free. The fortresses, though, we got very close. We got stopped by one guy, and if I just had arranged it properly, we wouldn't have had that situation. So let's go ahead and rename you as the Doom Track. There we go. And I think I'm actually going to leave the 30 cal on this one. Actually, no, rockets are fine. So that's on the Pterosaurus still. Let's go take out this one. Please don't send more jets. Yeah, it seems like they've got one flying around at the speed that they're going at. I'm assuming probably like Light Scout or something. Sweet leader spawn, that means we're gonna leave now. There we go. Yeah, I've still got a whole lot of these to go, but I mean, slowly but surely. Slowly but surely, right? Definitely don't want this one. In fact, I might even potentially leave it as 7 units and 7 units in a car. Because it's a little bit faster. It seems like they're almost guaranteed to spawn in without having the car in a different location. So we can just kind of respawn it near endlessly. Hang on, it's a medium. Let me, let's see if I can figure out which one this is. Especially now that I know how this goes exactly. Okay, so we know it's an Andron. Okay, medium Andron. It's kind of interesting that they actually don't spawn in having outposts anymore. They just go immediately to bases. It couldn't be this one either. That's 3 of them out of the way. Let's look at the rest. Okay, A1. This looks like an A1. In that case, power core. It's actually not bad on this one. Yeah, so on this spawn, power core would be... So we got a lab down here, so we might get really good coverage again. Then it's down a hallway and into the power core down here. So let's go for that. Looks like there would be reinforcements from about here-ish. Likely they would come in from a lab door down here, so that's where we're going to put the car. And I already see who I'm sending first because I forgot to give him a shield. Yeah, well, I don't even know what's going on with that loadout. How I even wound up with it. Alright, let's do this thing. Okay, we got an area with a good bit of coverage. Seems like safest route is through here. I mean, we're basically, like, speedrunning bases here. Alright, so... we need this door down here. Let's go ahead and throw some smoke out this way. Hopefully he's got a big beefy cannon, he can just deal with this guy. Okay, yeah, sure, that makes sense. In that case, I guess this guy can run forward a little bit. I guess we can put it here. Yeah, that shell wouldn't be safe anyway. Unless we went for one right here-ish? No, we'd have to move those two out of the way. Alright, whatever. Nice! Okay. That's less nice, but still manageable. Because unfortunately, even if they make it through here, they still have to get through this hallway, which is a pretty long one. Also, I made sure that the music is preloaded beforehand, so hopefully we shouldn't have any of those bugs from last time. We know Transforming Guy seems to probably be out of commission for another turn. Hopefully if we throw some smoke here, we should be okay. I think if this guy's suppressed, he should still have enough points to throw. Yeah. Ooh, and he's got some really nice range too. Okay, so try to make it. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Okay. So we know they're camping the door. That's fine. Go about there. You go about here. We know they've got direct fire. Probably try to bring the tank up this way. We do something like this, there's a possibility he can go in and support them. Or everyone dies right here to like 2 cannon shots, but hopefully not. Wow. Somebody's selective with their shots. Yeah. Okay. They got gored. That happens. More often than I'd like, but it does happen. Yeah, there's really not much support the car can provide other than blocking the way. So I might be able to drive forward and block the area behind them, hopefully preventing them from being attacked from there. Alright, come on. Come on. That's fine. That is perfectly fine. Right, you're gonna face that door. It sucks that we have another door to open, but whatever. You're gonna go here, and you're gonna defend from the back. You're hopefully gonna go right here. You're hopefully going to eat this guy's shots. We'll see. As much as this has a chance to kill him... Here's the thing. This has a chance to kill this guy. Maybe. But... it also has a chance to knock this thing completely out of the way. Also, if he fires a burst at it, that also means that the rest of them might fire a burst at it, because that just seems to be a weird hand-drawn thing. Nice. Okay. God, these shields are so good against tanks. Yeah, he's just gonna fire and run away, that's fine. Man, these shields are just so good. As long as they keep doing that, we're semi-sort of decent. This is when I would remember that I forgot to turn the mic on, but it seems like it's on. Let's go check if chat's working, actually. Yes, everyone's broken and playing. Whoop-de-doo-dah. Alright, you panicked completely. Do I have anyone with some non-panic? Okay. You are gonna smokify this mess. Because this might mess with their sensors enough to let somebody get through. And that's the only action I can take this turn. That's fine. It's really not, but it's something. Yeah, smoke really messes with their AI for some reason. Yeah. Alright, well. Come on, last guy, survive so we can at least afford properly. Come on. Alright, at least we can get the dropship back. Alright, Sky Ranger is going to be out for 2 more days, approximately, because 31 hours to retrieve, then about like 12 hours to repair, or at least get in the air to some degree. This one's back in 18 hours. Yeah, antivirus should be back soon. I feel like I should try to be sending them out from different bases. Anyway, time to go back to Rookies R Us catalog, and see what we got here. You know what's depressing? Now that Toys R Us is gone, the whole, you know, blah 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 are us joke doesn't work anymore. No one's gonna know what that is going forward. It's kind of a downer. Alright, can we shuffle some ships around? So you're all full. You're all full. They're probably all full. 3 days till we start getting more whatever, really. Alright. Let's try to go for the bigger ones this time so we get a bit better prizes. Since we can actually focus on stuff like that now. I'm gonna send 3 squads out against this. In fact, screw it, send everything. No need to be taking chances. These fighters are going to have to be dealt with, so let's send in some dudes after that. In fact, since we seem to have bizarrely high auto chances against them, we might as well just do that. Since last time we had one that inexplicably took out 2 of them, despite having only torpedoes. However that works. Ooh, oh, this is a nice one. Very nice. Okay, oh, we might actually be able to have a full effective team here. Oh, this feels good. This feels good right now. You're gonna go for a right turn. Everyone needs to slow down. I just screwed up. Yeah, I'm mixing up my directions here. That's never good. Yes! Okay, fantastic. Nice. Alright, we might as well just take the airstrike on that. And whoever's left, let's see. Pterosaur and all them, they are gonna have to go back. So they need to go back and rearm. 2, 3, and 4 are gonna go deal with this thing, hopefully. Okay, there we go, we're ready to go do more stuff, and it's another one of these cruiser things. So, let's go this way, let's go this way. Need to go all quicky zoom zoom like. And it seems to be 2 that he's after. I'll take that. As much as the spear cannons are supposed to be like the go-to hole puncher and all that kind of thing, I really don't feel like that's the case. Come on. I don't even know what I'm doing with this guy. This one needs to get around to his back already. Oh, god dang it. I've managed to completely screw every part of this up. Come on, go after 3. Ah, you suck! God dang it. Seriously, every part of that, every single part of that I managed to screw up. Goes here, 2 goes here. And he's going for the wrong one, so there's nothing we can do. Okay. Just leave. You're gonna go after this one. Where was it? I'm gonna see if we can do that again, and maybe he'll aggro towards the other one. Because if the torpedoes can get off, that'd be something.
We have a situation developing here.
Good. Okay. Fire.
Negative, left, go left.
It's probably dead. What I need to do is fire all 4 at once, because there's a chance that his anti-missile can fail in that case. Yep.
Pick your targets.
Need him going fast. I need these guys going faster as well. So far, so okay. That was a really bad dodge. Need to do 1 second later. Oh, no! Get that crap out of here. There we go. It's a little bit better. And it sucks that everything's already dead. Ah, this thing's annoying. Okay. This guy's ammo situation sucks, but let's give that a try. Yeah, Pterosaur is completely out of ammo. These things are iffy, but they might be able to get a scratch off at least. On the plus side, the Pterosaur is really fast, so shouldn't have too many issues getting away from this thing. Like, I will say, all the variants so far of all these different things, this is the one that has seemed, well, the relative freest, I guess? Only problem is we keep running into really awkward situations here. Okay, don't do the dodge, just keep flying forward. Let's take a right roll on you, let's throttle you up and go into the back. Alright, come on. Like the fastest friggin' thing we got. Okay, get away from my bacon. I think we're almost to the point now where we can just deal with this. Long range cannon might be out of ammo because it's not firing right now. Come on. A little bit faster. So we need to be able to dodge that one. That's fine. How'd they do? 30%? It's something. It's something. And if we can get one of these, that's going to be a really good prize. Alright. Take the auto-resolve, hope for the best. Do we have 3 active? We do. You're out here. Come on. Fine, I can just go back. This one, I haven't really seen doing too much. But just in case, let's go send some stuff out against it. So the Ranger can launch, so we can go despawn that little scout there. In fact, we almost might want to try and take it. Yep, that'll work. So they're gonna try to take it. If they can't, they tried. Okay. What are we looking at here? So we got a daytime spawn. Big smoke out. Let's get some here as well. I believe we got map edge here, map edge here. So we've only got 2 attack areas from them. I can have a shield guy looking out here. I can have everyone else kind of piled up over here-ish. Maybe even outside the Sky Ranger here. There we go. Should be nice and safe, and then we can deal with the first wave and then deal with anything else that comes. There's one guy. Perfect. We won't be able to hurt him from the front anyway, but we can at least get a couple folks kind of running around the side here. We're gonna go here. I think best case scenario, this plinks off his shield a little bit. Now that we know that it's Cesians, we also have another problem because we know it's Xenomorphs. That's kind of what we're scared of here. Oh, what is this? Okay. Bounce off his shield, whatever it is. Because apparently they can just fire that. Okay, 80 damage. Okay. Personal shields. Pretty sure they've got a tank or something out there too. This is a terrible idea, but he's hopefully blocked here. And the guy's suppressed, so hopefully he won't die. Get another one lined up just in case. Going to line up here in case we need a suppression from the side. And get these against the wall. That guy changed direction, so I'm assuming he's just changing the facing of the shield, so if we can get behind him with an HMG, that should do the job. Oh my goodness, are you serious right now? Right. Backup melee gun. Or not. it's probably going to spend all their APs to run up. Nothing even landed out of those shots. Okay, back up melee gun. I was really hoping he'd be getting like 30 per shot or something, but doesn't look like it. Ooh, at least got one in. It's a single damage. Yeah. Figures. However, if we can get that lightning gun, that would be a real game changer. Not that we're gonna win this, of course, because they get 1 billion turn units. Yeah, now it's time to just go. We might be able to take out that one, which would give us something to work with. We'd still only have like a dozen of these, but still, we can't do it right now. Okay, you just screwed yourself. Come on. Yeah, no, this is absurd. At this point, those guys have gotten so resilient that I can't even... Oof. Even HMGs can't hurt them. Right.
Let's make this quick and painless.
Yeah, painless. Let's get right on that. Sure. I'm gonna have him try to launch some torpedoes. It probably won't do anything.
Almost there.
Yeah, figures. Okay, need to launch 3 interceptors here. Okay. There we go. So we'll hover around that thing for a little while. Hopefully their interceptors don't do very much. Okay, engage. Plenty of gas. Plenty of everything. We should be good. Especially if we get a triple attack on this one. If everyone goes full speed, we should be okay. Or not. Wow, okay, they can't even kind of hope for that. Right. Who's he aiming for? Interestingly, he's aiming for 3. Or no, he's aiming for 1. That's fine then. Right. You go here, you're gonna go here. At least for now. So what I need for the time being is for these two to get around the back. This guy needs to go this way. Now this one will start turning. These two need to go real fast like. It's the same damage one from before, right? Yeah, 30% light damage. Fine. Ow. That even hurt my ears. That was really off key. Sorry. Spider beams are in. See if we can circle just out of bounds here. We got medium damage. Go right, go right. Crap. Oh, you better not get hit by that.
We have a situation developing here.
Alright, whatever. Run. That sucks, but at least we got it up to 51. Red Fury and Esperanza can go next. Ah, that sucks. Alright, good. Good, good, good. Let's get 5 hangars and a living quarters at each of these. Hopefully they're not too expensive. Base somewhere in Europe, that's no good. Ah, come on. They're farting out bases faster than I can take them out. And again, I might be able to send some stuff here. Yeah, we're gonna send one guy on the antivirus. Let's go deal with this thing. Hopefully they don't get shot down. Okay, good. So we might be able to delete their base here, we'll see. Of course, then this is probably when I get a message just a month down the line, like, oh yeah, this is how you're basically guaranteeing that they spawn another one. Just watch. Just watch, I guarantee it. That's always how it goes. But, on the plus side, we've destroyed 3 fortresses and 3 bases in the last month, so that's progress. That's progress. It might be possible to pull out of the muck. Alright. Excellent. Man, we helped so much. Anyway, that guy's gone now. And doesn't look like they succeeded in building a base, so good. And it looks like these skies are more or less clear. I've got 3 jets I can send down here. Go double check what's going on this way. Oop. There we go. I think it's our same old nemesis here. Friggin' Doom Dragon music is perfect for this. Yeah, even a 13% auto chance. Beautiful. Yes! He's not autoed on my pterosaur. He is on number 2, though. So 3 can go ahead and get out of here. They're completely pointless. Alright, this one can go fast like. This one can keep continuing on over here. Make sure I don't click out of the map this time, because that one time was really annoying. We're about to have an issue. He's not even going to get the attack off, because this guy takes too much space on the map. Yeah, if there was one thing I could change, it would just be to make the battle map larger. Because it is kind of annoying how some of these bigger ones just, you literally have trouble because they can't, they take too much space. Got a little bit of time. He might be able to get his attack off. I mean, one way or another, this guy's getting out of here. Okay, come on, pterosaur. No, you were supposed to be getting out of here. Please continue to do so. Yeah, I was telling him to dodge, but for some reason he didn't dodge. Okay, so he's very heavily damaged, but we might be able to get the auto resolve here. No, okay.
Let's end this.
If he's aggroed on 1, we're good. Yes. Okay, then we can potentially beat this.
Alarms, I got alarms.
I don't know why he doesn't have negative 50 like everybody else. Oh well. So do we have anything to send against it now? Wow. They have exactly not enough for such a dumb reason. That's frustrating. Alright. Time to get more bases done then. Alright, so I'm going to start off just trying to use the antivirus for now. Reason being that typically it has not come down to the last 2, and if I just kind of send it out with a squad of 8, might have, you know, slightly more cost-efficient huntings and stuff like that. At least Australia's almost cleared off. So, Canada was clear until they popped up another one, then we've got these other 2. Because of that one spawn, I'm just going to go for fortresses at first. A, they decide, like, it's going to be more of an overall effect, and B, it feels like fortresses are safer. I don't know. It just feels like we've had a better success rate with fortresses than bases. Get leader present. As per usual, we are not. Man, this dog here is funny. So, you know, obviously he's a bit of a weirdo as far as just randomly barking or whining or whatever else. But we've had an absolutely amazing habit form recently, wherein every time the puppy would get in trouble, he would just be sent to his cage and just basically told to sit there. Now, unfortunately, at this point, it's gotten to the point where he basically self-punishes himself, to the point where, like, he'll go and he'll chew on a toy he's not supposed to. He's like, oh man, I knew I wasn't supposed to chew on that thing. And he'll just go and he'll go to the cage and he'll whine about being in the cage. He'll just sit like right now. I don't know if you can hear him in the background. He's just there like, It's like, you put yourself there. No one put you in that cage. So yeah, he's automated puppy, I guess puppy punishment, as it were. Also, we are running very low on funds. 195k is not enough to make it through the month. Hopefully we'll get more of those air wins, but that's what this is for. We just keep doing this. We keep sacrificing rookies in order to take down fortresses. From there, we're able to get more air wins, from which we're able to get more money and more alloys, from which we're able to go use alloys to go build miniguns and basic armor, which then allows us to hopefully actually capture some of those UFOs, which then allows us to get more cores and more selenium and all that, which then allows us to go get fibers as well, which allows us to go make better armor and better vehicles and better planes eventually after we get the UFOs. It's a long road. And if we keep getting these alien leader spawns, then we're not going to have a fun time. I guarantee you one of these times I'm going to accidentally leave that Humvee behind. But at the very least this works. Like, I wasn't sure that this would work, and it seems to be doing alright. Side note, if anyone's ever tried Cafe Americano, it's not that bad. Also, technically counts less if you're on Weight Watchers. Okay, good, we got the single door spawn. So let's do this thing. Now, last time I tried out a strategy that's, well, it definitely got everybody killed, but it seemed to get us to the core with relative safety, despite the fact that we seem to get every horrible thing in the book. Including those, the Reapers that shoot giant stun orbs, including the guys with miniguns. We got all that crap, and it still worked out. So, here's what we're gonna do. Move forward, open the door. Immediately we've got a shield guy. That sucks, but whatever. Moving onward. We got second door spawn, though. Second door spawn, by the way, what I mean is that we have to go through this door in order to go to the lab to go through here, and then we get to the core that way, which, yeah, that rookie's getting sacrificed. We're not doing that. I need first door spawn. I'm gonna come up with a better way to check for this, that we don't have to sacrifice a guy. Sorry, Mr. Yuri. Funnily enough, I was watching a stream yesterday with a main character named Yuri. It seemed a little bit weird that the thing was amazingly Japanese, and yet the main character's name was Russian. I always was under the impression that Japanese people and Russian people didn't quite get along for a number of reasons. Not the least of which was that whole World War II thing. Because, yeah, Russia got... It's a weird situation, because Russia got pretty handily owned in a way that they weren't expecting, because at the time nobody was taking Japan seriously as a military. And then Japan got really... like, they got way, way, way overconfident at the time, and then a whole bunch of really dark crap happened, because then they're like, oh man, we're just better than everybody, and then they proceed to beat Russia a few times, they beat China a few times, get really overconfident, and then the whole Nanking thing happened, and other stuff happened, there seemed to be a giant trail of war crimes all across the general region, and, yeah. it's kind of interesting to look at countries as individuals during certain parts of history. Like, obviously, it wasn't, you know, every single person did that. I just mean, like, the folks who were behind the military at the time. Dude, did they get way, way, way into some pretty dark crap. Alright, and continuing on. Alright. And abrupt. It's like, as long as they keep making bases and I keep beating fortresses, it's slow but steady progress. And those few fighters that went down, or the few interceptors, while we can't technically do very much with them right now, when they take a base, they can't take your cash. Since apparently it's securely stored somewhere else, I guess aliens can't attack Switzerland, I don't know. But, we definitely have one of those cases where, like, where we can just basically sell fighters and stuff like that. So hang on, be right back, I gotta go check on something. Okay. So let's keep re-rolling this base. They're like little loot boxes. Except, you know, you kind of break them. As you do. Eventually we'll get it. Eventually. I mean, what do you do when your run is so beyond doomed that it's not even funny? You keep trying, that's what. And I'm sure I'm not the only one that plays these games this way. It's like 9 times out of 10, I will start off really strong and then end up completely fluking somewhere, and then everything goes completely to crap, and it's the comeback. The comeback is always that part that I always manage to do at least somewhat decently. Well, I say always, but not always. I think it's just you learn the lessons the first time, and then you make a big wide swing to make your way back to the top. Not always necessarily the top. Like, I'm sure there are plenty of people that have played XCOM EU before, who just like kept losing over and over and over, and then just out of nowhere they had that one team of rookies that became colonels. It's just, it always kind of tends to happen that way. Like, specifically, the base game version, like before Enemy Within and all that, there were those weird cases where just out of nowhere, just, I don't know how this changed once EW came into being, but it seemed like with the first one, sometimes stuff was just so heavily RNG dependent that you could pull off outright miracles that should never happen. Like that, probably my favorite one was when I was going through the PS3 version, and which, by the way, PS3 version of XCOM, pretty solid. Anywho, so I was going through that whole thing, and yeah, I had this campaign where just it was all these rookies. I had randomized stats and everything else going on, and there were a bunch of shots, like 20s, 30s, all of that kind of thing, like shots that should never hit. By some miracle, they keep hitting them. Like, they not only hit them, they keep rolling 4s, which, if you don't know, the damage is 3 to 5, or rather 3 to 4 for the basic rifle in that one. It was up to 3 to 5 in XCOM 2, but it's 3 to 4, and on Classic, like, Sectoids and stuff like that have 3, Thin Men have 4, Mutons have 10. So, either way, they kept rolling 4s, they kept killing off Thin Men. I think this was a, what was it? I think it was like 4 months in. I had lost all of the A-Team in a Terra mission, and then... Or no, not in a Terra mission. There was a random abductor that landed. So yeah. I lost the entire A-Team to that. Had like 1 corporal that made it through the end of that thing. Because it's funny, with abductors, you pretty much... Like, anyone that you're going to lose is usually going to be within the first couple turns, and then after that it's just relatively uneventful. Like, I think I got to the very end of that one, and there was just some random floater lying around, and I had already taken the command room, so I'm just sitting there waiting and waiting and waiting, and they just managed to miraculously roll a 4. But then, yeah, it was a bomb one after that, which, with those ones, you're given 3 turns at the very start, and then you just, like, every turn you have to hit these little buttons, more or less, to buy yourself an extra turn. And then if you don't, you just essentially keep counting down over and over and over until eventually, if that counter reaches 0, if you don't manage to get to the final pillar thing, you gotta run because it's about to go off. You can't even stop it at that point. I've tried it before; it does not work, unfortunately. But yeah, once you hit that button, then a whole bunch of stuff like spawns in from the sky, and it's a whole thing. But what I'm saying was a miracle, though. They not only got through the first part, which for some reason half the spawns were sectoids, which almost never happens a few months in. So that was all well and good. I guess the game was just feeling nice. And then they get to the second phase. Like, wasn't expecting to get there whatsoever. I think I missed 2 of the pods that were wandering around, but I just kind of went for it because it was running out of time. And then, yeah, they land. Every single rookie friggin' rolls a 4. With 0% chance that, like, okay, it's not necessarily 0, but they had aim of, like, 45, for Christ's sake. This was not even the B team, the C team, this was like the friggin' D team. They were at the bottom of the randomized stat list for a reason. But yeah, not only do they nail every one of their shots, they nail every one of those ones that lands, so that finally only 1 guy is left. And yeah, then they just all take really high crit chance shots against that guy, and ultimately end up winning the thing. It was just nuts. So after all of that, they get promoted. I think one of them gets downed but still survives. So they make it through the end of that. That same team of 5 rookies manages to make it all the way to the end game. It's ridiculous. Like, they were the chosen ones. And you get that all the time in that game. Okay, we got double door spawn. Dang it, the one time we roll Androns in the last few base rerolls. And it's this. It's this! It's that one base we don't want. Come on. If you're wondering why it's the one base we don't want, that's that one that has the power core way off in the back and the other side of the dang base. So we would need nothing short of a miracle to be able to pull that off. Come on, don't give me the box. Good. Alright, we got the one we wanted. Come on, be good, RNG. Be nice. Be my friend. Got a cluttered starting room. Feels like putting somebody here is a pretty good idea. Seems to attract the AI a good bit. Put you right here, put you right here. Run up a little block right there so I can get the car 2 tiles in. And let's move forward. Yeah, I'm sure he's unconscious from that gigantic boom that, like, shattered everything within the next 3 states. Sure, sure. So yeah, now that he's quote-unquote unconscious, I guess we can just keep on moving forward. Alright, come on. Be done with your turn. You know, one thing I still haven't gone and asked Sharon yet is if he's gonna go make X Division for Xeno 2. Because that game's looking pretty solid right now. I'd assume that answer's a maybe. Because right now it seems like they've gotten pretty close to what they want out of the mod. Alright. You're gonna go here, and you... What do you see? Oh. I'm gonna go here and take his spot. Oh, get out of here with that nonsense. Come on. There we go. You take a spot. You're gonna chuck a smoke right there, because we gotta jack up their sensors a little bit. Let's go here. Get everybody to those side areas. Hopefully he won't know what to do and walk away. Just don't give me a stun reaper. Okay. That was mostly for the sake of causing fires, by the way. That sucks. Interesting. Just got a question asking about where a particular video is, despite the fact that it's right next to it. There we go. Let's go ahead and send you that thing. Yeah, I'm a little bit surprised to see how well the speedrun's doing. I think the speedrun's been going up in views faster than pretty much anything else yet. Alright. Please don't get instantly vaporized. Nifty. As long as we get one guy past there, we should be able to have the tank pull up and block any view. Alright. There we go. They shouldn't be able to target anybody now. Thank you, Doomtrack! Little trash can's not gonna do anything. Looks like that guy's decided to run away. Oh, get out of here. How does that even work? How does that one get blown up? Whatever. Hang on, be right back. Gotta go check on my kiddo. Alright, and I'm back, and it seems like everyone has panicked. Alrighty. Well, we can just go ahead and abort this one. That went slightly too well for words. And we could probably send the Pterosaurus now. In fact, you know what? I almost want to set this build as the standard for riflemen. Also, we're missing one of our burninators. Yeah, there we go. We have 3 burninators that have survived base raid so far. And I hope to make them like the poster children with coming in with like direwolf and miniguns and things like that. It's technically possible, I guess. We just don't use them for ages. Right. Leave the 30 cal on here. It seems like that would have been pretty handy a couple times now. And they're gonna go for the base. No, they're not. They're gonna go for the fortress. Meanwhile, over in this one's an island, or extra storage, or something. One of those. I think it's this one. We need to get a bunch of them over in the Sky Ranger so that we can go send them out on stuff. Go. And we should be able to have that one go deal with this. In fact, no. Let's have it deal with this one. So we need to get slightly more efficient about our base taking outings. Just send everybody everywhere to go deal with 3 bases at once. So if they're going to start building them 2 at once, we need to start taking them out 3 at once. That's how we're going to do this. This must be some complete psychopath stream or whatever. Send everybody everywhere with C4. Alright, good. We got the same spawn again. Hopefully it goes better. Actually, a good idea. Whoever's in slot 1, I'm actually going to put them back here, because I want to test a theory. Like, I'm honestly thinking that they probably target the first unit that technically enters the map, which would be this guy, and the largest in terms of, like, priority. Like, I would assume they prioritize it in terms of, like, easiest to hit, plus whoever's first, plus whoever's biggest. Because it seems like there's always one guy that, like, all the dogs and whatever else will always charge for. We got a big open storage room. Could be good or bad. Either way, this guy's going to be right here. I think we got the open lab variant as well. We are going to move you here. No, not yet. Put him here. He's got a, looks like an assault rifle. I want to do is put this one here-ish. Let's say right here. Okay, so he's got just enough points to fire. No, he doesn't. Let's put you on this door then. Seeing anything there. I'm gonna pop him onto this door. I don't know what the spawns are for that door or anything. But it's just a bit of an idea. So we're gonna chuck a bunch of smoke on this guy to confuse him. Yeah, this should just outright ignore the damage from this. Both of them should. Does it make sense to test it this way? Hell no, it doesn't. Let's put you here. Put these two behind these two. That's fine. That's perfectly fine. Okay, good. He got confused and ran away. Gonna use the car to block off this area, as well as hopefully draw aggro from anything coming through, which allows me to use all 10 of those guys to walk through the door. Okay, good. Robo Reaper or some crap down there. You know what? No. No, we're blocking that door. There's one of those things, I'd rather not deal with it. Those are one of those ones that fire a giant stun orb that knocks out like 6 guys at once. Like, we're getting into FFT levels of what is that skill even. It's like, oh yeah, like this one's all good over here. They can just fire massive death beams that just encompass the entire universe. Okay. Let's put you down here. Okay, just pressure him a little bit. It seems like we've got the open lab. Let's continue jacking them up with smoke, I think. Because I think they just might not attack if they're covered in smoke. Alright, got a transformer in there. Okay, one guy we can get over here, and then we gotta get to that door. If we can get to this teleport pad, that should help matters too. You here. Trying to get as many pushed through this door as possible. Not seeing what kind of weapons they have. Hopefully not cannons. I'm gonna go ahead and put one here just in case there is something on the other side of this door. Let's see what happens. Okay, good. They're seeing the smoke, they're seeing the low hit odds, and they're just disappearing. Fine. Definitely not a fan of drones. It's really hard to account for drones because most of the time they'll just kind of sit still and do nothing. Then other times they'll just suddenly decide, hey, I can clear like half the map and take care of like 5 guys at once, so it's hard to account for what they're gonna do. Because they're inaccurate but ridiculously damaging if they do things. Alright, no panic. That's good. Alright. So broke his bubble shield. I don't know what that's going to change about him, but it's done one way or another. Can you make it to the telepad? Okay. So we can make it there. Telepad's definitely the best way to do this. So now I need to go and scatter everybody all over the place. You are going to draw aggro from them. These guys are going to go this way. Probably should have somebody else. You're going to try circling, I think. Going to try to point blank absorb this thing's shots. This one probably going from them. Decent chance of this guy making it through the door, maybe. Ideally, one of these two opens the door, he runs through, chucks the thing in, done deal. No guarantee on that, but it's worth a shot. Alright, let's see how this goes. Okay, good. Absorb the shots. That one's walking away. Okay. That's a toxin gun. Not sure why their lasers suddenly stun. Okay, convenient miss. Just don't panic now, please don't panic. If they don't panic, we got this. Okay, come on. Yeah, that's all for their effective turns. Don't panic, don't panic, don't panic, don't panic, don't panic, don't panic. Looking at those little blue bars right now. No panic. Alright, cool. Alright, what are we looking at here? Alright, come on, Nils. 36 to Chuck. You're just gonna drop. It sucks, but that's the way it's gonna be. This guy 2. Same story. So that should be that thing done. These guys aren't really going to contribute, so I'm going to go ahead and pull them back. This one's going to go right here, circle around to keep his back safe. This one's going to try to make a run for it just in case. Because these two can only transform, they can't do anything else. See what happens. Okay, interesting turn. Yeah, I don't know, the Reapers having burst damage feels kind of like bullcrap, to be honest. Dead by 14 damage, that's depressing. Alright, come on. Earth-shattering kaboom. Give me the kaboom! What are the current bets on kaboom? Whoa. What the hell? That was weird. Okay, good. We got the kaboom. This base is gone. Everybody not currently crapping their pants has a chance to make it. Y'all are morons. Okay. I hate when stuff like that happens. It's like, the exit is right there. No, hold on, let me run into a wall. Like, there's a chance for you to come back and get a promotion. Like, no, this wall is amazing. I must lick it with my nostrils. Explain how that works, I don't know, but still. I think there's a rule in place that they can't panic twice in a row, though. So at least there's that. Whatever, whoever isn't on the exit pad this next round is just gone. They were given a chance. They were given a chance. This was the Pterosaur team, right? I think so. Okay. Got two guys, both of them are gonna make it. Gonna make it! Abrupt. Ooh, and they get strength and bravery bonuses. Nifty. That one other team before actually got some different bonuses too. And it doesn't seem like we get anything for beating these bases, by the way. Aside from, well, anything monetarily, I mean. Again, it does feel like it's worth at least a 50k, you know? Just like a nice little... Hell, can you add like a $2 prize for taking out a thing? Like, here, good job, you did it. Have a cookie. Alright, abort. Take out Fortress, please. Like this, in this case, it's not even you're making a good choice. This is more like you're waiting for the other guy to screw up kind of situation. Because we're hoping to spawn into bases where, yes, perfect. Odds of survival, 0. Odds of maybe accomplishing something, at least 5%. Alright, let's do this thing. Alright, good, we got a Transformer in the first hangar. Like, I really like Transformers because that just basically means they're not going to attack. And it also counts towards your kill count, so it feels like you accomplished something. Alright. They're gonna go here. You're gonna go here. Lots of little barriers in the way, that's always nice. In fact, if ever go there, that's probably a pretty solid choice. Pablo Sanchez, I don't know why that sounds funny. Gonna go here, off of the assumption that this guy will go like this way to try and target him. This map is definitely gonna be, or this type of variant is definitely gonna be the most likely to succeed. But we still have that same old problem as before, where we have, like, it's the easiest to get to in terms of a lower number of units. But it's still gonna be an on... Wow! What do you have against that guy? Holy crap! Like, screw that one guy in particular! Now, as long as nobody else dies... Oh, jeez. No, that is just Okay, so, to explain what happened there. Those shots did 0 damage. They bounced off those shields there, and yeah, everything. No one got hurt by anything. They scattered at just the right pattern to be able to suppress 5 of the 8 people. So that's always nice. You should have enough to throw smoke out, though. Hi there, Vale. Let's see, I missed it. Does he turn to a Sculptopus and run away now? I don't know. I always liked just recreating that one scene from Night of Lotus. Using this, because like they have that little chat scene, except it's an archer, a Sculptopus instead of a fire, which I considered going and photoshopping this to be like a Sculptopus on fire. But we're basically doing the same thing with this, where we're trying to get past all these bases here. So far, reasonable amounts of success. Just as many failures, but at least some reasonable successes. And no door spawn, so we can go ahead and get any survivors out of here. But yeah, so this map can work, but the problem is that, yeah, the door doesn't always spawn. So let's go ahead and throw out some smoke to jam up their sensors. Go ahead and throw one this way, too. There we go. Can't say that one scene from Night of Lotus and not mean Carpet Lich. Surprisingly difficult to Photoshop that one, actually. Because, okay, come to think of it. Oof. Okay, he died pretty hard. Because it's weird, like, when it comes to Carpet Lich, you gotta do that one as a GIF. Because I tried, like, I went and I tried just getting a screenshot of it and photoshopping it, and he just looks like a weird brown blob. So, it's just a blob most of the time, and aside from that one scene at the very end where he kind of peeks his head up a little bit, then it still just looks like a rag, you know? So, then I tried going for that that one version of Rick where it's like the carpet from Aladdin, but that didn't quite work out either. Alright, so anyone with points, you need to book it. Alright. I think I have like one guy that can get out of here. I don't expect them all to get wiped out, so I'm actually going to go ahead and wait one more turn, because these two are probably dead. I think I can still get this rookie back. So let's wait one more turn. But yeah, I don't know. I always kind of like that little talking scene from Night of Lotus, which, yes, there were several. But I mean that one where, the one it's kind of early on that's Lance and Ivana. But specifically, like, I just like that one because they put so many unnecessary details into every part of that game. The one with dialogue, exactly. But no, so it's weird because they didn't have to do that at all, you know? They put so many details into that scene, and it's like that entire background is used once. So one character speaks words, and then the other character also speaks words? Yeah, I mean, that one exactly. How'd you know what I was talking about? Dang. Must be psychic or something. Alright, so let's go ahead and abort. Alright, can have them go back. Antivirus is good to go. Do we have any? Yes, we do. Let's get all the ravens on the antivirus. It's been pretty nuts so far with these bases, but we have gotten 6 of them down. So that's already half the ones that were there before, and then they made like 3 more. We're working on it. Eventually this can work. It's just definite emphasis on eventually. I might just stop making those cars, by the way. They cost me 10 grand a pop. And I can't really say they're providing too much. Although, let's send at least one more. Actually, no, we don't even have one to send out with this particular team. Not to mention I want at least a couple, just in case we get a base defense. There we go, let's go build 3. I know a couple is 2. Don't need to tell me, I know. Let's go for this fortress. And send out the antivirus. Yeah, we're basically sending 3 dropships of disposable rookies at once. Let's see, I don't remember if Halo was so long ago. Need to replay it. It's actually right below this screen, weirdly enough. I have it as the I think it was I think it was upcoming runs. That's what I have it under. Do I have any jets to take that one on? No, all my jets are completely gone. Unfortunately, this also means that there's probably another wave coming in. Or it's just the one guy. Okay, first off, go despawn this thing. Let's see, 408. Let me see if we take a monetary loss. So 408, yeah. He's probably trying to build a base. But yeah, I don't know about the GBA still working. I know anytime I want to go back and revisit anything on the GBA, I always just break out my phone. Just because My Boy is such a good emulator. Alright. Man, that dude's looking scary. It's like an iguana with a friggin' like laser minigun in like ridiculous Terranite armor. Alright, let's get out of here. Get despawned, UFO. Yeah, so we don't take any monetary loss, it's just a straight win with that. So whatever they're doing, they just immediately stop and run away. Couldn't tell you why, but either way. Like, it may technically count as just aborting and losing and whatever else, but technically kind of sort of works. Okay, good. We got a good spawn. And yeah, we got hangar maps, so let's see if we get merciful RNG on this. By the way, I hope the editing is going well there. I just saw your message that, you know, you might be making it for that deadline. Hope all's good. Hope you're feeling alright and all that. Ooh, perfect, perfect. These two can't attack. Thank you, Sharon, for letting me know about this. But yeah, as long as those two are right next to each other, they can't do anything. Because the developers made it that way. Oh my god. There's 3 tanks over here, though. Y'all gonna die. Okay. That's not great. So I'm gonna get my faster folks up here. So printing out 300 pages right now. I feel sorry for your printer. Alright, let's see if we can maybe jack up their sensors. Alright, that's fine. You go right here. The nice thing about drones is you can basically absorb their shots. Let's go here. Perfect. So these two should be able to safely get to the door now, hopefully. I know I mentioned this ad nauseum now, but the nice thing about these guys is that they usually don't fire if there's smoke. Because they're computers, and they don't know any better. Alright, these guys are probably all gonna get suppressed at once. As you do. And because of everything else that's going on, I'm gonna leave this guy here to go watch this door. Okay, that turn made sense. Sure. Let's see. Try as I might, copy editing always goes better on paper, catch a lot more. We got this printer specifically because it prints a lot for cheap. True, true. Oh, dang it, I hate those things! Alright, this one's also a wash. There's no way we're going to get to the door with that thing in the way. They're going for that same AI where they retreat out the bottom side. I guess technically it's possible. If I absolutely push everybody through, they might do the same thing where the tanks retreat to the south. If the door's there, we might be able to run somebody up. Unfortunately, we didn't get the 2 jets spawning in. Like, if there's a scout in the other hangar, then it's a maybe. But yeah. I'm surprised you can have a printer that can get through 300 pages without running out of ink. Though that being said, I have this crappy old Canon here that I picked up at a garage sale for like $10 about, give or take, 3 years ago. And, yeah, this thing, it has used the same ink cartridge, I believe, almost that entire time. Then again, I don't really print too much anymore. I mean, I would need to print some paperwork every now and then, but that's really about it. Alright. We might be able to get this guy up to the door. Alright. His shield took that, looks like 90 damage. Just get you to the door. Need these guys to scatter as much as possible. This guy's going to run right here. He's going to be the obvious target for them. This one's going to go right here. Hopefully take some of the damage as well. This guy's got TUs. I'm hoping this one acts first and targets this guy. That's the only way that this can possibly work. This one back here is just going to pressure absolutely nothing, actually. He's going to go back here. Hopefully it misses. Oh, you're going to die anyway. Right. Go into the smoke. Or are you kidding? Right. He's quite dead. Or she. He? One of them. And I think he just got electricity. Oh my god, these things are dicks! Man. Yeah, I don't think I can even get any of these rookies back. Like, it's weird. Those things specifically target that same tile even after something's dead a second time. Meaning that, for whatever reason, they will essentially... Well, I know for what reason their attack counts as incendiary and stun, I believe, so... Since it's incendiary, the C4 that they're carrying explodes, which they drop on the ground, causing it to be part of the scenery, which means, boom, goes the friggin' dynamite the second, with that second shot. Now, yeah, every time it seems, they just take that shot, they just make them explode. They're kind of dicks. In some cases, it's not too bad, but in 9 out of 10 cases, it's like, it just causes a massive explosion where there doesn't need to be one. Right, he's gone unconscious, that guy's panicked. Great. At least I have a turn. Alright. Yeah, and they're blocking the one tile that's there. So, yeah, I can't... At least let's save the dropship. Surviving civilians, there were none. Excellent! Okay. Antivirus goes back, the other two get loaded up. I need to buy a lot more rookies. Yeah, Made in China's looking pretty thin right now. Let's see, ink cartridges are weird. Not actually expensive as hell like an HP. I think you get 5,000 pages or more off one cartridge. God dang, it's nice. Can hit print, then go wait, I forgot to check duplex, and it's done with all 50 pages. Nice! Huh. Yeah, it's way better than this one. You hit print, then you leave for a few hours to go get your stuff done, and it's about to page 6. You know, a little bit on the slower side. Grab a few of these. Yeah, there we go. Just a big old pile of rookies. Yeah, me those high bravery scores, come on. Not getting any of those, I guarantee it. Cause this game is feeling mean today. Wow. What is this? Almost everything's in the 40s. Like, we've started going and going into retirement homes to get new recruits now, I think. Wow. That is unfortunate. I kinda wanna hire that guy just because 31% accuracy. Wow. What a champion. No, let's get this one. Let's get those 50 back. Let's go back to extra storage. Yeah, they've got plenty of disposable rookies. Big old pile of them. Big, big pile. Alright. Now, we've had 3 that survived last time, so they get given their titles. They are now Burninators, and they can no longer be sent on these missions. And eventually we're just going to have an entire team of them. But for the time being, they go into the retirement home, while we send others out. Yeah, we're hoping it'll be good for morale if we keep some poster people around. Alright, Sky Ranger's ready, so let's go for this one. Since this one over here just keeps being a hard nut to crack for some reason. Extra storage is going to take over all of this kind of doodliness. Yeah, they're going to have to take over for now because I have to wait for a new pile of rookies to arrive at the other base. And bad spawn. Go ahead and abort. This is a weird way to play this game, but hey, technically most people would have given up by this point, and or like 3 streams ago. Usually folks will just give up and delete their save the moment that their main base goes down. But not here. We crawl back from the dang dust. That's how we do things around here. Gotta friggin' struggle it out. And it's working. It's slowly but surely working. Let's see. It's not really on brand. I'm still hoping you do one of these days, shooting the werewolf and making him a day wolf? Okay. Let me add it to the thingy. Okay, there is interest. The hell? Right, I don't know what the hell I just clicked on, but hopefully it's nothing that completely destroys this computer. Oh! Hi, chair. Alright, there we go. Why, yes, I did just fall out of my chair and faceplant my desk. Sorry if that was really loud. Hopefully it wasn't too loud. Didn't hurt so bad. Got a thick skull or something. Let's see if I can repair that thing. Thing is looking pretty jacked up. To be fair, these chairs are old as hell. And I've been through a bit too much, and yeah, that thing is definitely... wood splintered. Bit of wood glue and some screws. I can probably get that sucker back together. Every time you say hopefully nothing too bad, you lose internet fall out of your chair. Yeah, probably. That's life in a nutshell. Alright, I don't see us beating one of these bases with 8 guys, but it's worth a try. Hopefully it won't be anything too bad, I say, as Comcast disconnects the internet. I think they're like 3 weeks away from their disconnection date. Anyway, there's time. So, oh, yeah, how about no? Reroll, please. I promise you, there have been a ton of successes using this method, even if it really doesn't look like that right now. That's how the map is so much clearer now, and how we're actually winning air fights all of a sudden. See, Comcast was down here at like 3 AM when I woke up till 10 minutes ago, or till 30 minutes ago. Well, that sucks. I mean, Comcast doesn't seem to care too much if they're down. Like, oh man, it's down, what a shame. How about paying your next bill in advance, though? Also, by the way, on the whole not on brand thing, man, there's very little brand that comes on here. Just like, is it a game? Does it have means for shenanigans? Okay, good deal. Then we're good to go. That is brand. All right, let's do this thing. Okay, big scary thingy is not here. Do you have options for smoke? Hell yeah, you do. Smoke down there. Smoke down there. If we can do that. And this guy's stats are real good. That's a real shame, because he's definitely gonna die. Let's go with this. Throw another one over there. Alright, got a drone. basic drone, that should be alright. This guy's not really over encumbered, he's just already used some of his turn. Alright, let's get this one over here. Get this one over here. And hopefully we can actually properly get a chance to deploy this trick this time. Yeah, thick smoke they will almost never fire through. So they gotta get into point-blank range, which allows us to basically do Resident Evil dodges to get all the way around them. And we even got a green guy, so they hopefully will be less aggressive. Let's see. The other one I'm hoping to see do is to complete the cooperative multiplayer of FF Tactics, especially the one that's all Zodiac Braves. Interesting. I will give that a look. Actually, interestingly, is there a way to do that offline, by any chance? If not, I think I may know exactly who to ask. Because you know what? A little while ago, Regturn was mentioning wanting to do like a bit of a team-up kind of thing. And I'm pretty sure he's played FFT before, and I'm pretty sure he's got the hardware to make it happen, because he also does this kind of stuff. Alright, I'm going to look into that. Oh, and I also have a save file that's from the completed community run, so we can probably just skip a whole lot of the build-up to it, make our respective teams, and go from there. Might be an idea. Alright, so far, so living. So far, so about to die, though. Alright, smokeify you so you run. Alright, room looks relatively clear. Okay, got our door. Alright, that. He shouldn't have the turn units to be able to move and fire that thing. Okay, we got one unit here, one... Okay. That's the drone. That's fine. He goes here. Worst case scenario, he targets right here. Hopefully this AoE gets blocked by the shield, I hope. Now you move here, distract the drone and or pressure them. Then I need you going over this way. And I guess... all the same, because yeah, you've got a heavy shield, you've got a drone, drone's almost definitely gonna fire. That should be perfect. Let's get two here, bringing up the rear. Alright, and let's throw one of these out. He's gonna hit himself too. That's fine. And then we'll pressure that corner, and we should be alright. Yeah, there we go. See, that's why. That's why. He took all the hit. Ah, okay, he survived, though. That's fine. These drones are being way more effective than I'd hoped. That's fine. Shield took most of that. Please don't. Oh, come on. Green guy, you're almost never effective. What are you doing? Let's see. You can put two PSPs with different saves in the room to do it. Oh, get out of here with that Robo T-Rex. We got another Robo Rex guarding the room. Alright, please nobody panic. If nobody panics, this is still possible. So you put two PSPs with different saves in the same room, you can do it. I'll bet on emulation you can figure it out too. Okay, I will figure it out. Played Choco Defense with Keith. I think we all have a friend named Keith. Yeah, it's true. It's true. Use Ad Hoc Party on the PS3 and let our PSPs connect to the internet. Yeah, that works. I wonder if the Vita can do it. Anyway, everyone's friend Keith is afraid to move past Chocobo Defense. I haven't seen the later levels, like the 12... Algus Death Knight Battle. Ooh. Huh. Then again, another thing to consider is that with the Cerebral mod so far, there's a lot of cases where stuff is just kind of there from, like, and I think he did say he moved some of the fights from the what would have been the multiplayer thing, maybe. Okay, he panicked. Crap, come on! Why is it always exactly the ones I need? Son of a dick. Alright, whatever. It's more than likely a complete wash now, because exactly everybody that I needed panicked. And he just basically used the bazooka at point-blank range because he's immune to damage. Let's see. My understanding is the PSP, PSTV, and Vita's ad hoc all connect. Gotcha. Well, in that case, I already have 2 PSPs and a Vita and a main SIR cord off of a Vita. That might be an idea. We'll see. Anyway, this was close. It sucks how close it was! It's frustrating how close it was, because it was, like, right there. But... Alright, you can stop now. You can stop. Thank you. I want to at least not lose the dropship here. Ooh, it's the multiplayer fight music. Speaking of portables and musics and stuff like that, pretty much never hear the multiplayer fight music. Let's see, is this game just hard? I think you're always getting murdered when I tune in, or is this a challenge run? This run... Okay, this mod is... Okay, how do I even put this? Xenonauts is essentially like the old XCOM games. I think you said you haven't played those before. Long story short, it is essentially just a game with a whole lot of cogs turning at once. So, basically, you've got bases, the invading side is bases, you've got planes, they've got planes, they've got units, you've got units, etc. Anyone that survives a fight can get promoted up, can become just generally better in every single possible way. So right now, basically, to explain what's happened, this mod essentially gives you a lot of better options in terms of what you can do. Like, let's take like a 50th step back here. So Xenonauts in general is like essentially an attempt at a more sensible version of what was XCOM UFO Defense from back in like the 80s or whatever. So you basically got your geoscape thing here. You've got your entire world that you're trying to protect more or less. Every now and then UFOs come in, and they all come in with different missions. Some of them will try to build bases, some of them will just go do abductions, some will just scout things, some will look for your bases and things like that. So, just basically it's just 2 opposing armies trying to do all kinds of different things. This one starts in the 70s, which it's now the 80s, whereas the original technically started in the 90s, although the technology in this one is better, whatever. Point being, you're trying to fight them and capture them and essentially research all kinds of different components here in order to... Well, here I don't have any research left because I've researched everything I can and then I lost my main base. So, so yeah, you're trying to capture their stuff and research it in order to make better stuff. In this case, I've already lost my main base. I've made new bases all over the place. I have only 2 places left with radar coverage, but what I'm trying to do is take out all of their bases. Like, this mod is way more forgiving with the money game. So normally by this point the run would be long past dead. But because of the fact that it's more forgiving, gives you more options to work with, I've just been able to slowly struggle it out through here. So what I'm doing is getting fresh recruits, giving them a shield, a brick of C4, and smoke grenades. The idea being that the shield will absorb most shots that come their way. Smoke ruins robots, and you can essentially go up to a base, keep entering it and exiting it over and over until you get exactly what you want. And there's 2 specific types, 2 specific layouts of base that I want. One of which, if I can just go ahead and just like use this as an example, is say you start right here. It has 2 hangars right here, right next to each other. They can spawn in with 2 little like shuttles in here, which blocks the line of sight from all these things that I can't technically fight right now. And then it has a little room right here with a kind of generator-looking thing. And essentially, you get a C4 brick onto that, and suddenly the base is just gone. Every one of these bases is letting them spawn in with like 3 or 4 extra jets in the sky every time that they, or 3 or 4 extra UFOs every time they come in. So, despite the fact that I have a crap load of planes, like right here, they keep all getting shot out of the sky because they are ridiculously outnumbered. So that's kind of more or less the situation there. That I'm essentially repeatedly losing the air game because they have way too many bases, because I can't win the ground game, because I don't have the resources from losing the air game. So it is a difficult mod, however, it's mostly a bunch of like crappy play that led to this situation, and technically it's still winnable. Because what I'm doing is, yeah, we get rid of those bases, get rid of their planes, then we have more planes to get rid of their way more advanced planes, which means that we can essentially get alloys from them crashing and getting blown up, which essentially means that we can get better weapons and armor, which means that we can win the ground game, which means we can capture their foes, which means we can eventually get to the point of being able to stun things, which means we can actually move forward with a plot, and then eventually actually win it. Long as hell story. So yes, it's definitely hard. It's definitely on the hard side. There we go, we have 9 of these, we can get a crap load. So these interceptors are amazing. Ooh, actually I meant to make more miniguns, that's true. Actually, can I make more armor? Yes, we can make jackals. I can at least make a full team of jackal. Actually, I can make 8. There we go. So those things are going to go back, they're going to get reloaded with rookies, and then I'll be right back. Also, hang on one second. Technically, it's so winnable going to be your autobiography title. Feels like your X Division catchphrase. It feels like my life catchphrase, man. It's like, I swear, every time it's like, oh, look, I found a new job thing, and everything's looking alright. Then out of nowhere, it's like, hey, how would you like your bills to double out? And we're like, if I pay half of that, it's technically not getting shut down until next month. It's something. That's life in general. Let's see. One FF Tactics multiplayer tip: items and broken samurai items are returned at the end of the fight, so samurai rock. Gotcha. Personally, I've always preferred just the caster nuke. It's just so good. All right. Right. Loading up rookies. So what I failed to explain last time though is let's take a quick look at one of their things here. So like this is one of the ones that survived. You see these bars? Every time that they, the dark green here is every time they get better, or every time that they survive a fight, they get a little bit of a bonus. So like right here, Elxanthus essentially got shot in the face on the landing craft, but whatever, that's fine. They got a medal. It gave them +1 to bravery, so they got a slight boost to their bravery. Their basic armor here gives a pretty decent bonus to their reflexes. So if you want somebody like automatically shotgunning anything, that's what this is for. Also, Elxanthus' other version here also got shot in the face. but they also got a little bonus to bravery. So did Beakface. He also barely survived the thing. Point being, though, is, yeah, every time that they survive a fight, they get a little bit better based on what they did. It's like if you had them carry heavy equipment and use up all their turn units the entire time, they'll get a little stronger. If they hit a bunch of shots, their accuracy improves. Every time they pass a reflex check, the reflexes improve. If they pass a panic check, their bravery improves. Or if they get a medal, their bravery improves. If they get hit and survive, their health improves. If they end up spending all their points over and over and just do full movement turns and everything, their time units get better. Eventually, you get to the point where, like, by the time they're colonels or brigadiers or whatever the hell else, Like, they are just unstoppable mega beasts, and you essentially give them all this fancy armor and everything, which I had previously. Like, I had one lady that was essentially a colonel in near invulnerable armor, running around with a friggin' laser minigun. So, to kind of show you what they were working with here, so for armor, it essentially rolls damage every time somebody's hit. So it had 80. So this stuff is what I'd ideally have a team equipped with right now. So 65. So anything that does 65 damage with standard bullets or lower, anything that does 80 damage with lasers or lower, means that they're immune to almost everything except for fire and chemical type stuff. And even then, it has to be a pretty decent hit in order to get through. So it just completely negates it, but then it takes away 15% of whatever that damage would have been against that armor value. So they can just sit there and tank hits for a while, but you know, you give somebody overwhelming firepower with that kind of thing, they can just stand in a hallway and clear stuff. It's great. It's great. You can get to the point where you're really overpowered, but again, that team ended up falling apart, and that was actually kind of the thing that ruined this run, because it was going poorly. Let's see. Had the first A team that got wiped out from 100% miss. I already mentioned that one. I had another one that got wiped out from a terror mission thing. Another one that got wiped out from a rocket misfire, just basically insta-killing everybody on the dropship. Another guy from the A team ended up getting killed off with a base defense because he was forced into that mission despite essentially having 1% health. So like a stiff breeze would have killed him. And I think that's basically what happened. There was like a smoke grenade that went off that killed him. Then, yeah, the one unit that got farther than anybody else, which was over here. By the way, this casualty list is amazingly long, you'll notice. But if we go by rank, so Greenwich over here, survived 21 missions. There was a misfire from a rocket tank. Essentially, it was an open doorway. For some reason, the thing decided to fire sideways and just basically blew up every single part of that team. And the one type of damage that she couldn't survive was incendiary. Rocket counts as incendiary, so she got vaporized. So that sucked. Alright, let's put you on the Pterosaurus. Alright, these guys are going to be out of commission for a little bit. Let's go to extra storage. Wow, even these ones are almost going. Alright, then there's only one particular map type that I want them going for, and that's the hangar map. And yeah, despite the fact that we're losing rookies left and right, despite the fact that it's like a mounting cost that's almost comical at this point, we're still not doing as bad as it could be. Like, the whole reason that we're managing to somewhat pull it back here is only because of kind of a developer oversight of sorts, in which, like, in the base game, this would not have been possible because the shields took about half as much damage. On top of that, there were a bunch of little, kind of like little things here and there that would have prevented you from doing this. Like the fact that the bases spawn semi-randomly, which in this case is kind of working out. Because what I'm going for specifically is the robot-type enemies. They freak out and usually don't fire if they're within smoke, so you can cover the area in smoke. And specifically, there's a couple map layouts, which each of the bases can and will essentially randomize itself. But with these couple of different map layouts, I essentially only have about a 2-room run, which if you're sending like 10 guys out at once, and all the enemies are using things like cannons, if you position them in such a way where you have either somebody with a shield out in front, or you have somebody, essentially a bunch of stuff in the way, then they have the opportunity to just, well, they end up hitting the terrain instead. Alright, let's have you go for this one. Now, of the 3 types of spawns that I go for, essentially, it is the triple room spawn in both the regular base and the fortresses. The Fortress Triple Room spawn is a bit dangerous, because you have to send a bunch of guys out to hopefully get through all that fire and get to the very end. Like this one right here, this is that... the Triple Room one is technically safer. Like, this one would not technically be possible. Oh, look, we got a Santa. We got one of the Santa ones. There we go. I was ran out of freaking breath yammering on about whatever there. Point being, yes, it is still technically winnable. But I know what type of thing spawns in here, because if it says there's a leader present, that means that I don't want it. It means it's either going to be the lizard guys or the UFO-looking guys, or, like, rather, the grays, as it were. Anyway, if there's a leader present and you have somebody that's relatively new, they will panic. They will panic every single round, and they will lose some of their turn units. Like, it'll just say they're overcome with dread, and then they start freaking out. And I don't know if it's by bravery check, or if... I don't know. Maybe it's by rank. It's unclear. But yeah, anything that says it has a leader on it, there's no sense in me trying to take that fight whatsoever. That's actually how I lost my D team, because we started making something of a comeback, and then I tried to go for this one, which is to capture a leader. We finally had a couple units with decent armor. We had some decent weapons built all of a sudden, and yeah, we couldn't quite do it. Because yeah, somebody panicked at the wrong moment. It just wasn't a good time. So the way that it works, what you actually try to do to win the game here, it's going to vary based on which game you're playing. In this one, you capture one just random whatever alive. So whether stun grenades, stun batons, flashbangs if you throw like 50 of them in there, shotguns if you get lucky because they can potentially just knock out. Lightning guns, whatever you want to use, really. In this one, lightning guns make it a little bit easier. But point is, you capture you capture a normal one. Then you got to capture a officer, which I already did those 2 steps. Then you got to capture a leader, and then you got to capture a praetor. And then after that, you basically unlock the end game of it. Which, the Praetors are basically like super psychics. The leaders are already psychic, like they get to the point that they're terrifying everybody just by their sheer presence, and then yeah, once you get to a Praetor, they're basically mind-controlling people from the entire other side of the map and stuff like that. It's kind of nonsense. It's kind of ridiculous. That's the point of this game. Everything is completely ridiculous. Like, it is so stacked against you, it's not even funny. But then, you know, you also get little ways here and there to pull it back. Kind of like a one giant puzzle that likes to kick you in the nuts over and over. It's like every time that you like a particular unit, they usually get vaporized out of nowhere. So yeah. I will say though, compared to the vanilla game before the mod, this is much more forgiving of especially my kinds of mistakes. Because so many times when you're playing the normal game, it's ridiculous. Like, you will literally just lose one fight, and every country that's funding you is like, oh my god, friggin' like random island near Hawaii got attacked. Quick, entire world panic and bail on this project. Like, it's not great because it basically calculates everything based off. Come on. It's like a 1 in 3 chance. It's a 1 in 3 chance, come on. It's really not that unlikely. Just give me the right base, please. I should probably go for one of those farther ones now that I think about it. Anyway, so yeah, they just constantly count everything against you, and it's a little bit annoying. Let's put it that way. It really wants me to do this one, doesn't it? I don't want that map spawn. It's 2 1 out of 3 chances in a row. Come on. Give me what I need here, please. I'm gonna have to wrap it up here pretty soon. Dang it. I mean, like, at least they're honest about it. If you ever look at the store page for this game, it's literally just a guy in the jackal armor. Like, he's already panicked, he's freaking out, there's friggin' plasma bolts exploding all around him, he's just standing there screaming. That's the box art for this game. It's very true, though. It's very true. It's like basically this guy over here with his mustache. Oh no, it's the 70s and we're really bad at this. Oh, finally. Except it's even worse. That is hands down the worst spawn that I can get. Good lord. What is going on here? Oh, finally. Finally. Okay. This one's technically possible. So if 5 of them manage to buy enough time for one of them to get to the reactor, then they can all beat this base. Good. We got a transformer right there. Let's check out some smoke. Take a quick peek. Hallway's looking clear. Hopefully the next hangar's occupied. Yes, 2 transformers here. Good. Might be able to actually show off this strategy succeeding. This guy can drop these 2, because they're encumbering his movement. So he can go right there into the smoke. Should be relatively safe, and good. We have nothing new. So if it comes around the corner, it'll probably just sit there and watch. These guys should be safe. These ones might be able to use their turn to transform. Hopefully won't. Bottom door is locked. Okay, so they're still going to pretend to be inanimate objects. So I've been hole punching all of this, then I ran out of paper at the 250 mark. Jeez. That is a lot of hole punching. At what point do you just buy a gun? Bang, 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 bang! Okay, close enough. Technically punched holes in there. Now, the downside is, this particular map is technically a little bit safer. But here's the thing. Sometimes it will decide that it does not have a door to the reactor. It just doesn't exist. Which actually, now that I think about it, I never checked if there's a hidden door to it. Let's see here. Let's see. That's not the right map. Yeah, there's no hidden doors to it. Yeah, I don't see what the alternate versions for that would be. I don't even see how they would exist, to be totally honest. Okay. For this lady, you should have the means to open this door. Good. Doesn't seem like we have anything waiting for us. Let's have her defend. You're gonna scout this room. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful. We can't see the door, though. Or if there is one. Either way, he's gonna go right here. This guy's almost definitely gonna fire that cannon point blank range. We can go here, throw some smoke out and mess with the sensors. Perfect. Actually, very crappy. There we go. That should mess him up a good bit. And yeah, I'm gonna be wrapping it up here in like 5 minutes. Because technically I should have wrapped it up already. But dang it, there's bases to be had. Okay. Could be better, it could be worse. here, you go here. And then, you know, let's watch as this guy decides to ignore all this and then fire a perfect shot through all the smoke and just kill everybody there. No. Okay, point blank, smoke cannon. That's fine. No, guys, we're totally not anything alive. No, get that thing away. Alright, none of these guys are making it out, but hopefully none of them panics. I'm out of time here. Hurry up. And yeah, I think he's still up, so after this we're going to do the whole raidy thing on a guy that actually seems, well, not seems, he is pretty good at this game because he's one of the people that made it, or one of the people that made this mod. Okay, so the door doesn't exist, so all these guys are just dead, so we're just going to go ahead and abort. Sorry rookies, goodbye. Anyways, that'll have to be that for today. I will see you next time, so have yourself a good one. Here's, yeah, let's see, it's 7 seconds until it's ready to do that whole raidy thing. And yeah, hopefully editing is going well over there, Mr. Bale. I will